Hey, it is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you for viewing my channel. In this video, I'm going to briefly discuss, at least give my take on this whole mobile fidelity issue, where they're using digital in their manufacturing processes of their records. But first of all, I'd like to mention that I both love digital and analog. Here's a few examples, like the Miles Davis kind of blue UHQR, an excellent analog source, an original pressing, mono pressing, by the way, of the record, excellent analog source, and some digital sources I have. Here's one right here, K2HD digital source, a blue spec digital source of kind of blue. I have many different digital sources of that album, so I love both digital and analog. I'm a fan of both. I think as long as they're mastered properly, either source can sound great, albeit I think the analog source on the LP format to me sounds a little bit better than its associated digital counterpart, in my opinion, but they both can sound great, in my opinion. I like both of them. I'm not one of these audiophiles where they say, oh, it has to be analog. That's not me. I love both of them. They both have something great to offer. That being said, Mike Esposito, who owns a record store in Phoenix, Arizona, called the In Groove, and he has a YouTube channel of the same name, the In Groove. He's a great audiophile, a great advocate for audiophiles as well. He was able to get an interview yesterday, yesterday being the 19th, I believe, with three high-ranking individuals who work for Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs. And I watched the video. It was pretty interesting. Mike did a very good job. He really did. But during this interview, they did concede that they are using digital in their manufacturing process of these records, and they have been doing it for some time in their records. I believe they say they're using DSD and 4X DSD. That does not bother me one bit. The issue I have is that they should have, from day one, been more transparent in terms of their what they do in terms of their manufacturing process, whether digital is included, whether digital is not, whether it's all analog or not. They should have been more transparent in that process. That's the only issue I have. After all, in the past, other manufacturers have, and I'm going to show you an example. This was released years ago on Columbia Records, and it states on the top, I don't know if you can see it, digital remastered from the original analog tapes. This is a Miles Davis in a Silent Way album. And the same thing with the Sketches of Spain album. They literally place it right on the top of the album so you can plainly see it. So they dropped the ball on that one. They should have mentioned that in their literature and in their their website. They say, or they claim in the future they do plan to post it on the website and perhaps on the packaging as well. They really need to put it on the packaging and make it clear so potential buyers of their products can see it. One question I would have asked, however, and I know it's easy to be play Monday morning quarterback during these things, but one question I would have asked is that why did they not disclose this from the beginning? Why did they did not divulge this earlier? Why did he keep it secret? Why did you just say it from the beginning? It just made more sense. Just say it from the beginning. Why did they feel it necessary to leave out that step in their literature, in their packaging. It just didn't make any sense. It gave the purchaser the sense that they were buying an all analog product, and they were not. Even though their products sound great, don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of audiophiles expect that. If it's all analog, say it and be honest about it, and they really weren't. That being said, I still like their products. They sound great, but in terms of full transparency, they really dropped the ball on that one. Hopefully they can improve that in the future. One other point I'd like to make is that some of these high-end audiophiles insist that it be all analog, and that's all they'll listen to. They praise all analog. I don't blame them. It sounds great. Here's a problem. They've been praising some of these these mobile fidelity products, like the Abraxas record by Carlos Santana, saying it's one of the greatest recorded records of all time, and it sounds fabulous. I wonder how they feel now, since it is known that Mobile Fidelity has been using digital processing in their production chain. I wonder how they feel about that now, and I was wondering if some of these audiophiles will come across and think about digital in a more greater light and give it a chance. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Please like and subscribe. God bless. Love. Peace to all.